Hi everybody, I'm changing Audrey Rose today. It's super windy outside, so I hope you can hear me. Um, we're going up later today to Painter Dave's and we're going to do a video and we have a giveaway for you, so stay tuned for that. So today I'm dressing Audrey Rose in this little onesie, kimono style, and it has little pink unicorns on it and little sparkly things. It's super cute. And I finally found an outfit that's not pink. This is kind of has a lime green. It has some pink in it, but mostly it's green. Just gotta figure out these snaps. But you should see the wind today. It is crazy. There's fires popping up all over Willow. So far we know of 3. The third one, we saw the fire trucks going, but we weren't sure where they were going. This has a lot of snaps. So anyway, we're house sitting at our friend's house, and these are her beautiful pumpkins she's growing. So we're house sitting here, and then we're going to go over and check out our house, make sure our kids are all doing okay, and try to get this video uploaded. Oh, well, I forgot to show you the pants, but they're green with white polka dots, and they have little unicorns on the feet. Super cute. And then we have this little hat. It's green with white polka dots, and it's got little like piggy tail things on it. It's super cute hat. Oh, it looks so great on her. So here you go. Here's Audrey Rose all dressed up for the day. And now we will get on with our interview. Hi everybody, this is Rustic Alaskan Reborns, and today we are going to interview one of the people in our neighborhood. His name is Dave Swanger. He has a nickname in Willow of Painter Dave, because everybody in Willow has a nickname. And we're going to talk about his saw blades that he makes. He makes saw blades. This is one of his saw blades. And we are actually going to use this saw blade in a giveaway. So watch the video all the way till the end, and you will know how to enter in the giveaway. And also, yeah, we're going to interview him and talk about how he came to Alaska and how he gets his saw blades. And then we're going to show some of his art at the end for you to look at.
Hello.
So Dave, this is Dave. So what brought you to Alaska, and when did you come up here?
My first time up here, I was 13, and it was with my sister, and I fell in love with it. And I swore then that someday I would retire and live up here, and that's the initial. And so years later, of course, after the kids grew up and were getting to the age, and I went through a divorce, my ex ended up moving up here first, and I ended up coming up here on a vacation with the kids to see see Anchorage, and fell in love with it again, and realized that my kids would be safer up here. And I guess primarily that was the main reason, getting the kids up here. And then I, of course, at the very end, came up there after my mom had passed away, because I was a caregiver at that point. And when she passed away, I didn't have anything left in California, which is where I'm from. Nothing against California, but I think a lot of people are from other states up here. So. that's how I got here.
Cool. So I know you do a lot of the gold pans, and I love them. They're awesome. But one of your trademarks I've known you for over the years is the saw blades, and I've never seen anyone else do really the art on the saw blades. And so, what gave you the idea to use saw blades?
Well, the saw blades are an offshoot of the gold pans. I'm still doing gold pan, lots of them. And the first gold pan I did was actually my uh, brother-in-law and my sister's gold pan that they had left me. I found it in a box, and our local trading post slash bar uh, had new owners at the time, and they were celebrating their 1 year anniversary, and I thought it would be cool to do a gold pan for them, which I did. And this was the first one I gave to them, was the one that was left to me. And it's just a picture of the lake, and kind of their restaurant, I think, was in the background. And suddenly I was doing gold pans and saw blades. Somebody asked me to do a big cross cut, and that was one of the first ones I did. And then a big, huge, 3 foot, maybe across. That was for Gino. You guys know Gino. And then, of course, he promotes, and the saw blades themselves promote. And so that's how I got started.
Awesome. Where do you get your saw blades at? Because I've seen older ones, newer ones.
They're with everybody up here, dealing with mills and their saws. I have a free cycle of saw blades. They come from everywhere.
Oh.
I've had some really big ones donated from some of the big mines and stuff. So,
okay. Is there a process? There must be a process to get them prepped up and ready to even be able to paint on. I'd imagine.
It can be pretty intensive, especially when you have a really old blade that might be cracked or damaged in some way. There's a patina on there you want to save sometimes because it might be interesting. So it begins with navel jelly, basically, and they recommend you put it on and wash it right off. Well, I put it on, and I'll leave it on until it completely dries to a flaky black coat, and brush off as much as I can. And if I need a second coat, I'll put a second coat on. But at some point, I hit it with my heavy grinder, which is like 16 grit grinder, which is
really coarse.
A knuckle buster, definitely.
Ouch.
And I get in there pretty heavy. I have a heavy grinder that I can put on automatic control, and I can hold it with just one hand, and I just let it kind of free float over the surface and grind off all that black. And once I get a couple of passes, I might put some more navel jelly on. But then at the end, I use a sodium-based neutralizer, and it does the finishing clean, and then hit it with a primer.
Awesome.
A good metal primer. And so.
And I know with all your pans and all your blades, you have the hooks already put in the back. How do you go with those hooks placed in?
Well, let me get one down here. Here's one of the gold pans that I do, and on the back, I've kind of created a stylized look where I put a little circle on each end, and then there's like a tongue that comes up that's used as the hook, but I just put a drop of solder in each end that melds into the metal, and so it doesn't come off, because I've experienced trying to use glue and everything else, and none of it works. And people don't want to have their stuff falling all over the place.
No, we've had several of your pieces of art over the years, and they've never not held.
Well, the gold pans will bounce better than the saw blade.
That makes sense.
Especially with November 30th of last year.
The earthquake, yes.
The earthquake. I have some friends up the hill, Tom and Marianne, had told me about the big crosscut. I did a big crosscut, which I think that's 6 feet, 5 something anyway, just close to 6 feet long. And it was right above their stairway as they came down. And apparently, Marianne was saying after the earthquake, as it finally subsided, and she was coming down the stairs. Now, mind you, they're in their pajamas, or actually not dressed, I guess is the way they.
That wasn't even dressed when it happened to hit us.
That was the way they described. But the blade came down, and did a pass, went back up, and then just fell crash and went straight down on the floor and did a kind of right in front of her.
Wow.
And she said it was pretty close, but that was yeah.
The pitch and the pendulum.
Yeah. So now it's in a different spot of the house. So
Okay.
I warn people about the saw blades. So that's
Yes.
the point.
Oh, also, in Dave's saw blades, all of his artwork, he hides a little picture of the state of Alaska. And we always had so much fun trying to find it. I remember the first time that I met Dave, we were at the Pioneer, and he took me to a picture that he had hanging over the fireplace, and he told me to find the state of Alaska. And it was just really fun ever since then to, every time he did a painting, try to find the state of Alaska in the painting.
So what gave you the idea to do that? Because it's almost like if it's Painter Dave's piece of art, everyone's looking for it now. It's become a little trademark of it. So where'd you get the idea?
I'm not sure where it came from. A friend of mine, Gino, had mentioned it, and then Patty White over here had mentioned to try it, and I just started incorporating it. And before long, that was the way it was. I did not come up with it on my own. Somebody offered the suggestion, so.
Well, you ran with it, and it's kind of a
I ran
trademark.
with it, yeah. And it's been a good one too. It's fun.
It is, and it's always been a challenge. It isn't where you think it would be. You're very good at slipping it in there. It's like,
Well, it's a challenge for me because I have a memory gap on sometimes where I put it. I try to put it in the same spot all the time so that I'll know, but it doesn't always work.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Dave, for talking to us and sharing with us what you do. Like I said,
If I could say one last thing,
please.
that I could point on this, if you'll notice on every work I do,
Whoops.
except for this one, I don't believe it. This is the only one that I didn't do it on.
And what is it that you usually do on them?
I paint a little hand. That's my, I guess you could say,
Trademark?
moniker. Yeah, trademark. This is the one that doesn't have it.
So that makes it even more unique than the other ones.
More unique than the other ones, yes. This is
A true collector's
a
item.
true collector's item. But I'll show you here on the back. There's a little hand I put on there in the corner.
Oh,
It's
there it
kinda
is.
like a logo.
Oh, nice.
And that symbolizes that it was hand painted in Willow, Alaska, that there was no, stickers or process of, speed painting involved. It was all hand painted, so.
Awesome. Well, we know that's the case with this one too.
Yep.
It just makes it more unique by not having the logo on there. Well, thank you very much for doing this. Like I said, so at the end of this video, we're going to have how you can sign up for this contest, and you can win this piece of custom Alaska art from Willow, Alaska. Thank you very much, Dave.
Awesome.